Okay, let's get serious. I'm introducing a brand new software. It looks good, smells good, doesn't require electricity, never loses connection, never crashes, doesn't get blurry under the blazing rays of sunlight, doesn't develop a mind of its own and turn you up. At least it's very unlikely for now. And last but not least, it's able to run smoothly for hundreds, even thousands of years without a single technical update needed. Alright, it's not brand new. Humanity actually invented that software like a few millennia ago. We called it a book, a clay tablet if you prefer. Hi there, I'm Ngô Mai Hà, long time no see. This is the first part of the two-part video, Us and Books, on the connection between us humans and books, specifically how we complement each other throughout history. Alright, in this video, I'll be yapping about the following. First, why we invent books, and how the epic software keeps on going strong, even in today's world. Second, how books assist our existence up until the moment, basically us and books. And third, we're gonna talk about us and books today, which is about how we grow and get better in today's world with our epic software by our side. And lastly, we sure need a recap. Okay, so first we'll be exploring the idea of books from the beginning. Well, let's first see the journey books went through before they reached their current status. They first existed as short films. Just kidding, they first came in the format of clay tablets. That's around 3 millennium BCE. Briefly speaking, in ancient times, writing was recorded on stone slabs, bones, shells, wood, even silk. We also have other forms like bamboo books and scrolls. Humans then proceed to develop wood block printing, which, as noted by Wikipedia, thrived in Tang Dynasty China. The oldest dated complete example of which is the Diamond Sutra, Kim Kung King. But imagine yourself reading a 2-meter scroll. You'd have to roll it up, roll it down, hold it with 2 hands, which makes it a lot harder to take notes. And that's exactly where the codex comes in. Modern printing press was initiated by Johannes Gutenberg with the use of movable type, the technique later used to print Gutenberg Bibles, which came to be the predecessor of today's printed books. Well then, let's talk about what books are for. Well, obviously, they are meant to pass down information. Stuff like tradition, religion, laws, knowledge, recipes, etiquette, and we also have gossips, as well as adventures or misadventures in the form of storytelling. You may say that we now have technology, mails, docs, etc. to store information just as well, but the thing is, without books, technology wouldn't have come to life so easily in the first place. In my personal opinion, I'd say that without the knowledge stored in scrolls in ancient books, the development of technology wouldn't have come through so smoothly. Now you see, such advanced technology didn't exist back in like the 3000s BCE. Well, imagine this, you're an imperial historian. Yeah, like most alien, you don't have computers or keyboards, no satellites that work 24/7, and you probably can't remember everything that happens over the course of a full dynasty. What would you do then? Right, of course, you may not remember everything, but by writing them into a book, you not only have all the necessary info to report to the emperor, but later generations could also view your content. I've been yapping for like quite a while now, I guess. So, okay, we still have one thing in this section. That is why our epic software is still going strong, even amidst the rapid growth of technology today. There's one thing that nothing can replicate from books: physical books. The senses of touch and smell. Holding a physical book in your hand, you can wrap yourself in a blanket, listen to the ambience around, flip the pages with your hand, and smell the signature woody flavor that you love. No matter what you do, movies can't be held and YouTube shorts can't be smelled. However, more importantly, I think that amidst the fast-paced, bustling and hustling of the internet and the world around us, sitting down and focusing on a book you love is like a dream come true, especially for office workers. Even better if a whole family is reading together. It just feels so good. Sure, it's silent and peaceful, but obviously better and nicer than the clicking of phones, and you even have something meaningful to share with others afterward. In other words, books bring about peace after a hard-working day and works very well when it comes to family reconnection in a certain way. We've discussed a brief history of books and the uniqueness of books. Then what about us? It's imperative that we explore the relation between us and books, just as the video title suggests. For some, books are home. For others, books are teachers. For other bodies of people, books are friends. In the era before the printing press existed, books are, hand copied. In this era, our ancestors painstakingly run off books by hand, usually to preserve information they deem important and essential for survival and improvement of later generations. So, here, books, or should I say writing, is quite important for survival, quite literally in some certain cases. With the Gutenberg Revolution, as we discussed earlier, our relation to books once again changed. Now, books aren't treasures solely accessible to the elites, but widely available for commoners as well. They are no longer must-have survival tools, and instead expand to wider needs. They don't just include traditions and etiquette anymore. Instead, they are also used to keep us updated about the world around, and forms of storytelling such as novels began to thrive, etc. Books also came to become the engine for the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and the Reformation. In short, with this revolution, books began to be more of update and entertainment uses, and centered less around survival and instructions. After the Gutenberg Revolution, there comes the advancements in printing technology. Here, the way books accompany us changes again. More and more books are printed, and almost everyone can access them. Books used to be some sort of a communal activity. You don't have money to buy books, so you could either come to libraries and attend reading sessions, etc. But now they've become more personal somehow, as people began to buy and read on their own. The main purpose of books is due to preserve information, but now books have become the main resources for learning and researching, and have officially become a source of personal entertainment that resolve us humans' curiosity and the need to explore, or escape reality in some cases. In today's world, the modern era, it seems like books are undergoing a rapid change, both in format and, use. Books now come in different forms, like paperbacks, hardcovers, audiobooks, ebooks, etc., which makes them available to everyone, almost everywhere, quite literally. People can consume books in practically any situations, with whatever topic they choose to delve into. It is right now that books are more accessible than ever before. Younger kids and the elderly can listen to audiobooks, and people too far away from available retailers can read Kindle editions. Books aren't objected to survival and instructions as they were when they were created anymore. They accompany the mind, help us relax after a hardworking day, bring science-proven facts and tips to the masses, and let us live another life through the other. Books today are, everything, I guess. We even have AI classes available in books. Oh my amazing goodness. I know there are many other aspects to the growth of us humans, like education, relationships, awareness, etc. However, as a typical bookworm who won't shut up about books, today I'll focus on the aspect of, you guessed it, books. As noted earlier, books are irreplaceable, but they are more than attractive to the eye and good smelling to the nose. They are of very practical use. They help us grow as well. Books help recover our attention spans as a counterattack to short videos, allowing us to concentrate better. Imagine all of this done when you're reading a relaxing piece of fiction or exploring the sci-fi world you love so much. It's super nice. Books enable us to improve our imagination. Instead of staring at the screen and consume whatever footage or audio the screen gives us, when reading, our brains are more active and is allowed to create whatever footage, soundtrack, audio, even what happens next in the story. This helps train our brains to think more actively, even when we're not in the world of books anymore. Books help sharpen our minds because beautiful lessons aren't only found in nonfiction that some of us youngsters may find not very interesting. They are also found in the transformation of characters in fiction, the stories incorporated into biographies or diaries, etc., which makes becoming a good person much an easier and more appealing task. Books help us meet more people and experience the world through their view. A book is a world. You've probably heard that somewhere before. I did hear it somewhere, but I just don't remember where. Well, anyhow, when you read, you gain more experiences, and you're just in your room, but you could inhabit the lives of others, through which you can gain the ability to be more mature, empathetic, and understanding toward other people. Books also help us orientate for the future. I think while reading, ideas for future careers or jobs occasionally pop up in your head, and through the book itself, we could usually see how these careers play out, which helps us navigate the world better, navigate our future better. Books also help us navigate the real world. Actually, I'm not talking about self-help books here. I'm actually talking about novels and short stories. Self-help books do a really good job regarding this category, but good stories, are able to teach no less impactful lessons. Stories usually incorporate real-life problems like school violence, social justice, climate change, overcompetitiveness, whatever, etc. More often than not, we see the core of these problems, and that gives us an idea of how we're supposed to support these problems in real life, giving us a higher survival rate in the real world, separate from that of our favorite characters. So thank you so much for joining me today and my take on our Epic software and its status in a modern era. Let me know what you think about books in the comments, and thank you so much for having watched this video till the end. This is probably my first video in a few years, maybe the first ever destined for YouTube, so I'm prone to make mistakes. So please let me know what I've done wrong in the comments as well. Thank you very much for that. Goodbye.